So you're thinking about selling your home for the first time. Congratulations, that's a huge step. And if you're like most first-time sellers, you probably have a lot of questions. How do I price my home? What should I fix before selling? How long will it take? And probably the most important, how do I get the most money for it? Selling a home can be hard for some, and it's very exciting as well, as you're closing a chapter in a place filled with memories. Whether it's where you raised your family, celebrated milestones, or where you grew up, this home has been a huge part of your story. And that's why selling isn't just about being a transaction. It's about finding the next owner who will appreciate and care for your home just as you have. As a realtor, my job is to make this process as seamless, enjoyable, and even exciting as possible. So you can focus on what's next while I handle all the details. So let's walk through what you can expect when selling your home for the first time. So setting the right price is the foundation to a successful sale. Price it too high and your home could sit on the market for weeks or even months. And we never want DOM or days on market to affect your sales price. Now price it too low and you might sell it quickly but leave money on the table. So how do we find that sweet spot? Well, my job is to do a comparative market analysis, or a CMA, and that helps us determine your home's value based on recent sales in the market, the current market trends, and the unique features of your property. We look at homes similar to yours, same size, style, location, to see what buyers are actually paying right now. Remember, buyers are savvy too. They're looking at multiple listings, comparing prices, and working with their own agents. So if your home is overpriced, they'll move on to the next one. But when we price it right from the start, you'll attract more interest, which can lead to better offers and even a faster sale or a multiple offer situation. So once we've nailed down a price, it's time to get your home market ready. The goal is to make it look absolutely the best so that buyers can picture themselves living there. And just so you know, getting market ready doesn't mean spending a bunch of money on a full kitchen remodel. Some projects just don't make financial sense because you likely won't get your money back out of that project. Instead, focus on the smaller updates that pack the biggest punch. A few examples will be repairs and maintenance. Fix anything that's broken, outdated, or could turn buyers off. Small fixes are like leaky faucets, chipping paint, outdated light fixtures. They all make a big difference. Make sure you declutter and stage. Less is more. Buyers want to see the space, not your stuff. Clear the countertops, organize closets if needed, bring in some neutral decor to highlight your home's best features. Curb appeal. First impressions really matter. A fresh coat of paint on that front door, trim landscaping, and a clean entryway can instantly boost your home's attractiveness to a buyer. These simple, cost-effective steps help buyers see the full potential of your home without breaking the bank. Now that your home looks amazing, we need to make sure the right buyers see it. And that means great marketing. A strong listing includes professional photography. Buyers decide in seconds if they want to see a home, and bad photos can really ruin your chances. A compelling description. Words matter. We highlight what makes your home special, whether it's the view, the upgrades, or the location. Buyers love an inside look before they step through the door, so make sure your realtor has a strong marketing team backing them. Online and social media exposure. The majority of home buyers start their search online, so we make sure the listing is seen in all the right places. You can't just put a photo up on Facebook anymore. You need a full marketing package that puts photos and videos out on all the major socials like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and even LinkedIn for those business professionals. So it's time for showings. Once your home is on the market, it's time to get busy and open those doors. Your listing will be showcased in the local MLS, the multiple listing service, which means it'll be visible to buyers and agents searching for homes in your area. It can also appear on websites such as Realtor.com, Zillow, Homes.com, so make sure you're using a realtor with the resources to get your home on those websites and more visible. There are a couple ways buyers can see your home. So there's private showings. These are scheduled appointments with buyers and their agents to tour your home in person. Flexibility is key here. The more available that your home is for showings, the better your chances of selling quickly. Virtual showings have become popular over the years. In some cases, buyers do not live in the area, but they want to see the home before traveling to see it in person. In this instance, an agent will schedule an appointment to walk through the home via a real-time video shoot, a Zoom call, FaceTime. The agent will answer questions and highlight features of the home as they move through it. Another great option to showcase your home is with an open house. Open houses are typically held on the weekends and sometimes in the evenings when more people are available to see. These events allow potential buyers to walk through without the pressure of a scheduled appointment, and buyers don't have to bring a realtor with them to see the home. One of the nice things about a showing is that potential buyers and their agents will often share feedback about your home. Your realtor should share this with you. It's your feedback to know. This insight can help you understand what buyers are thinking about your home, its price, any potential hurdles that might need to be addressed. So we got to an offer. So we got to review it, we got to start the negotiation and work through acceptance. When offers start coming in, your realtor should sit down with you to review them together to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. And it's not always just about price here. The terms and conditions in the purchase agreement matter just as much. So together, you'll look at that with your realtor. Look at the financing. Is the buyer paying cash or using a loan? If it's a loan, are they pre-approved already with a local lender? A pre-approved buyer is much stronger than one who's still needing financial approval. And then cash offers often can close faster and with fewer hurdles. Contingencies. These are conditions the buyer wants met before finalizing the deal. The most common ones include an inspection contingency. The buyer may request repairs after an inspection. We'll decide whether to negotiate those, make repairs, or we can also offer credits. Appraisal contingency. If a buyer is financing, the home must appraise for at least the agreed upon price. If it comes in low, we may need to negotiate again, and that's what I'm here for. Home sale contingency. Some buyers need to sell their current home first, and this can be risky, so we weigh it carefully, make sure you're protected with timelines and dates that don't keep your home off the market for too long. Does their proposed closing date align with your plans? Some buyers need extra time, while others may need to close quickly. So if you need flexibility, we can negotiate possession terms, such as post-closing occupancy agreement or giving you extra time to move. If an offer isn't quite right, that's where a strong realtor and negotiation comes in. Maybe we counter for a better price, adjust contingencies, ask for a stronger earnest money deposit. My job is to strategically negotiate so you can get the best possible terms with the least amount of stress. Once you land on that agreement that works for everybody, we will now move forward and begin the closing process. Your realtor should continue to keep you updated every step of the way to ensure you feel confident in your decision and how things are progressing. The closing process, we made it. Once you accept an offer, the home isn't sold just yet though. There are still a few key steps. So a home inspection and appraisal. Even though we've agreed upon a price, the buyer still has a few checks to complete. Most buyers will schedule a home inspection to make sure everything's in good condition. The inspection can reveal potential issues that may need addressing. If there is something major like a leaking roof or faulty plumbing, the buyer may request repairs or a price adjustment. If the buyer is using financing through a local lender, the lender will also require an appraisal to confirm that the home's value aligns with the sales price. If the appraisal comes in lower than expected, it could impact the buyer's loan amount, and we may have to renegotiate. Negotiating repairs and adjustments. So after the inspection, the buyer may come back with a list of requested repairs, or they may ask for a credit towards those repairs. We will discuss these requests and decide how to proceed. Sometimes we'll agree to make the repairs, other times we may offer a price reduction instead, or if some of the requests are super picky, we can push back and just say no. This is again where having a great realtor that is good at the art of negotiation comes to play. Keep in mind, the goal isn't to fix everything. Buyers often expect minor imperfections, but if something significant is found, it's important to be flexible and work with the buyer to come to a reasonable solution. Well, the final walkthrough happens just before closing. This is the buyer's last chance to check the property, ensure that all agreed upon repairs have been made, or that the home is in the condition it was when you last saw it. This usually takes 24 to 48 hours prior to closing. Now for the big day, you are closing. Congratulations, you made it. On this day, you'll meet with the closing agent, the notary, or an attorney, depending on where you live, to sign the final paperwork. This includes things like the deed, the closing statement, settlement documents. Once everything is signed and the buyer has sent their funds, the home officially changes hands. If you have a mortgage, the title company will pay it off from the sale proceeds, and whatever's left goes over to you, either as a check or a wire transfer straight to your bank. So what about that possession we talked about? Well, this is when the buyer officially takes ownership, but when they actually move in depends on what was agreed upon in the purchase agreement. If an immediate possession was part of the deal, you'll hand over the keys right after you receive your funds at closing. But if you negotiated extra time, like a few days or weeks to finish packing and moving, that's when the clock starts ticking. You'll keep any utilities in your name until the actual day that you do hand over the keys. And just like that, your home is sold. It's a huge milestone and definitely a moment to celebrate, so congratulations. Well, that's the process in a nutshell. Selling your first home might seem overwhelming, but with the right plan and the right agent, it can be smooth, stress-free, and even exciting. So, are you thinking about selling? Well, let's talk. I'll help you navigate the process and make sure you get the best possible outcome. Give me a call and let's get started. TJ Shimmick with Team Shimmick Real Estate and the Mitten Group. And if you like this video or want to see other educational videos, please subscribe, hit down below, and we'll see you next time.